Hey you guys, come with me as I pay off my boyfriend's auto car loan for his 28th birthday instead of booking that all-inclusive trip to Jamaica.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Omomi, aka Petite Diva, and in this video we're discussing whether women should spend their money on their men.
Delicate topic that may trigger people, so here's the warning. Women who work and bust their asses and they have daddy issues or mom issues, wounded inner child stuff that they haven't resolved. And so what do? They purposely pay for the man. They pay for everything. They have everything set up, so they invite the man into their home, into their life. They take him in like a stray. And what happens? She does this because she believes that a man who is kept is an obedient man. A man who has it good at home isn't going to stray. So she thinks that if she provides a lifestyle for this man, he will never stray, and she's afraid of being cheated on. So this is how the mental gymnastics happens. This is how people soothe and cope with wounds that they have yet to heal. So she didn't heal her little wounded inner child. She had a dad who was a womanizer, cheated on the mother, left them both. So she grew up thinking, damn, I gotta go make money. I gotta go handle this, because at any moment you can't trust men. You have to completely go crush it yourself, because then you'll be busted broke like mom and I was. So she made sure that that wasn't going to happen. But what happened is it made her get super masculine, and she has trust issues, and she never handled those trust issues. So she dates from dysfunction. She's dating like from a place of fear. So she makes all this money. She creates this amazing lifestyle for herself. She's paying for vacations for dudes. She's like, oh, I was with this man for 4 years and I always felt so tired, and I'd come home and he wouldn't do anything. Like, he'd just hang out all day. And I'm like, dude, because you're being the dude in the relationship. You're being the provider. So of course you're exhausted. But then she's like, yeah, but I do that because I don't want them to leave. I'm like, right, but you end up breaking up with them anyway because they don't let you be in your feminine, your natural state of femininity. Not to say you can't crush it, not to say you can't make money, but build an empire with somebody. Don't have some stray dog guy who doesn't add anything, doesn't bring any value, doesn't bring anything to the table other than himself so he could eat the food that you provide. So for all the ladies out there who are crushing it, who have the house and self-reliance and financial security, you know, you got to be really judicious and discerning about who you're picking and why.
10 years ago when I said I do, I made the biggest mistake that working wives make, especially successful ones. I was like, oh babe, it's okay, you don't have to worry, I can bring half of the bill. And slowly I trained my mom to always expect 50% of my pay bill. At first it wasn't anything because we were just the two of us, but with time I got to realize it's never 50-50. As a woman, you do more. You have childbearing, you're looking after the home. If you're married and you're providing 50% because you feel you're successful and you have the money, the biggest reason why your man is not providing for you fully, and he can if he has a career, is because you've positioned yourself wrongly. You've positioned yourself to be like a man, to be independent. You've positioned him to expect your paycheck.
What's up, y'all? Quick story time. So a young lady that I had dealings with, or was dating, whatever you want to categorize it as, was coming over to the crib, right? And so I was feeling a little hungry. So I asked her, I was like, hey, can you, grab me food? I'm hungry and I don't want to leave the crib. She said, oh, sure. If you pay for it, I'll pick it up. So then I asked, wait, do I have to pay for it in order for you to bring me food? She said yes, because if I pay for it, it puts me in my masculine energy. Wait, so we've been dating for a little while and you can't bring me food? $20? Unless I pay for it? And to me, don't get it wrong, I was not mad at all. She still came over. I went and got my own food and everything. But it did make me look at her different. because to me that's a character flaw. Because if you only have the capacity to do something for me under the condition that it's reciprocated, or that like I pay for it, that means it's not genuine, it's not in your heart. And to me that doesn't work, because I'm the opposite. I hold those doors for you on those dates because it's in my heart. I pay for everything when you're with me because it's on my heart.
I just watched a video on my For You page of a popular male content creator, Trail the Trainer, I believe it is. He was telling a story about a girl that they're not in a serious committed relationship, but they've been dating for a while. He talked to her on the phone and asked her to bring some food, like, 15, 20 bucks, and she did not want to pay for it for him. Ladies, y'all going too damn far. Yes, we want a provider. Yes, we want a man that can lead. Yes, we want a man to take the initiative and take action and to do things and plan things and pay for things. You can't buy this man lunch. There is nothing wrong with being considerate to a man. Oh, I'm at so-and-so. I'm about to get something to eat. Can I get you anything? Say he likes a certain protein shake or protein powder, and you happen to be out and it's been out of stock and he couldn't find it, and you're at the store and you see that it's now in stock. Buy it for him. Pick it up. Be considerate. Be thoughtful. Now, it's one thing if the girl didn't have the $20. It's get it. I got it. But she straight up told him, if I buy you this lunch, it's going to put me in my masculine. And it's my opinion, she's taking that too far, and you're being petty. Spend $20 and buy that man that you've been seeing lunch. And it's okay. It's okay.
When I'm in a relationship, I don't believe in spending my money on my man. His money is for me. My money is for me. Okay, so that means when we go out, we go on dates, we go shopping, we do whatever, we are using his money. My money does not get touched, okay? That is just the standard. Argue with your mama.
This is an unnecessary part of this video, but a lot of people have asked about my lip combo. A lot of people have complimented my lip combo, this particular lip combo, and I decided to finally share what I use to achieve this lip combo. So I have a video where I showed the products that I use, so I will leave the link in the comment section. And I also have an Amazon shop list where I put all the products that I use or the alternatives that you can get. So if you want to recreate this lip combination, or if you want to know what I use to achieve this lip combination, please check the comment section and check the video and the list. So now let's get back into the video.
Should women ever pay for men that they're dating or men that they're in a relationship with? Let's talk about it. So I was watching this video by a creator whose page is called, I think, Men and Money. And her name is Sasha in Love. Anyway, I enjoy her videos, and in one video she talked about how women can pay for men. Now, understand that most of her content is very similar to mine, where it's like provider men should pay, 50-50 is a scam, all that sort of thing. So it was a little bit of a departure from her usual content. But she made a really good point, and I actually posted that I agreed with what she said. Then I got, let's just say, someone responded to my comment and was just going on about how I was a pick-me and this, that, the other, I don't really know, whatever. The point is, I thought, well, this is an interesting topic to make a video about. So while I do my hair, let's just have a bit of a yap sesh on whether or not it's ever appropriate to spend any money on a man. In this video, the types of things that this creator was talking about were like tiny little gestures, and also, at least the way I understood it and why I agreed, she was talking about when you're in a relationship. So not just in that initial dating phase, but when you're actually in a relationship together. So things like, going out and getting him a cup of coffee while he's getting ready for work, or just buying him a little something, a thoughtful gift, a thoughtful gesture, that sort of thing. And I personally think that that is absolutely not just appropriate, but also like a nice thing to do. And certainly it shows that, you know, you're a genuine, caring, nice person. And it also shows that you were raised with manners. Sorry, my fringe looks crazy right now, because I don't know how some people were raised, but I was raised that, for example, someone invites you to their house for dinner, you bring a bottle of wine, you bring dessert, you bring flowers, you bring a little gift, you bring something. Like, you never go to someone's house empty-handed. It's these types of things that I think really show like your values and also your upbringing. And I think this is a thing that people don't realize. And like, why, when people say like, oh, people marry within their class, like, why that is often is because you have a similar upbringing and you have similar sort of social expectations. And when you do certain things like bring a bottle of wine to someone's house when they've invited you over, these are social signals that show, you know, how you were raised and what sort of family you came from and what sort of upbringing you had.
Many of you men in your home, your children and your wife look down on you because you are not behaving like a father, troubling your wife. Where's your salary? Where's your salary? What do you want to do with your wife's salary? What do you want to do with your wife's salary? Overwhelm your wife by giving to her on top of her salary. The men are not saying amen now. I've seen some men fighting with their wife. You are not contributing to this house. With all the salary you are having, you are not contributing to this house. She's supposed to enjoy you. God brought man. He brought the woman to the man, saying, this is your wife. Take care of her. Take care of your wife. And they say, hey, my wife is not respecting me. My wife is not. How will she respect? They don't respect. They don't respect, you know, title. They respect responsibility. The women are very happy now. Say loud, amen.
If a man asks you for money, a man you just met, a man that you're dating, a man you're not married to, the answer is no. No, you can't have my credit cards and you sure can't have my cash. If a man is asking you for money, it's a red flag. No, it's a deal breaker, because men are wired to protect and provide. They're going to go get that money. They're going to pick up an extra shift. They're going to get an extra job. They're going to get a side hustle. They're going to ask their family. They're going to talk to their boys. They're going to reach out to their coworkers, but he shouldn't be asking you.
I stopped dating around the time when I found out that there are women out here who are giving their boyfriends their work checks, and their boyfriends are giving them money out of that check for them to go and spend.
If that's not your thing, that doesn't mean you have to do that same exact thing. Some people are better than others at managing their money, and so that can be a great way to budget. We see this go both ways. Sometimes the woman's the money manager and she does the same thing to her man. As long as there's transparency and honesty about how the money is being spent and no one is being cheated, what's the problem? The bills need to get paid, so if both people are working together to get those bills paid, then there's not an issue.
I've seen a video on social media where you're like, there is no way people agree with this, and then you see that it has 80 to 90,000 likes and you're like, am I crazy or are they all wrong? I came across this video on social media and I'm gonna blur out the creator's name. It's a slideshow about how her and her partner split expenses. Long story short, she sends him her entire paycheck. He pays the bills. This allows her to live a soft life because she doesn't have to think about money or think about the bills. Do you guys think it's crazy or is it just me? For me, I think this video really speaks to a higher issue where like somehow soft life is now equaling ignorant life. I like soft life content. I don't like when I see people saying that managing money, thinking about money, talking about money is not soft. I think it's actually the opposite. Personal finance is like one of the core pillars of living a soft life. in my opinion. But like outside of that, we just point out some things that are clear red flags in case like you're not catching them. This is somehow worse than being a stay-at-home girlfriend because you're paying the bills, you don't even know where your money is going. Even though it's very unlikely, he could be taking your paycheck and putting it into his bank account to pay for things that he wants to pay for. Your partner is probably not doing that, but the fact that you don't know is the problem. It just puts you in a vulnerable situation because let's say anything happens to your relationship, how are you gonna get that money back? You gave it to him, and again, how are you gonna keep paying the bills? You don't know what the bills are, you don't know the accounts to pay the bills, like you don't know anything about the bills. So how are you gonna pay the bills and maintain the lifestyle, God forbid anything happens to your partner?
Okay, first of all, I need everyone who has sense to gather here. Okay, here's where we're gathering today. Okay, and one house. Everybody listen to what I'm about to say because I feel like this generation of people have gone crazy. Everyone's gone mad. Okay, first of all, before you come and call me a pick me, go through my page. Just know me and men, we're not it. Me and men don't get along. So please, before you even waste your time writing I'm a pick me, go through my page. Me and men, we don't get along. I don't like them. That's number one. Number two, I've been hearing about this discussion about, oh, can you borrow your man £300? And I've been hearing the dumbest things I've ever heard of in my life. And this is why I come to tell you guys, yeah? Those who have ears will listen, yeah? And those who don't hear must feel. You will learn by yourself. Use your discernment when it comes to dating because society will actually make you into a dumbass if you listen to it, okay? If you have a man that does everything for you, pays the bills, pays for your nails, pays for your phone bill, and I'm talking about the man that does everything, like he looks after you, provides in any way that he can provide, he'll provide, he makes you happy, he does what a man's supposed to do, yeah? And one day out of 100 days, one day out of a year, one day out of 2, the man turns around and says, babe, I'm not gonna lie, that I need £300. If you don't give that man £300, yeah, you're an idiot. And let me tell you why. You see, in this day and age, yeah, I always say it to people. That's why you should never get your blessings before you're ready. Because a lot of you people will be blessed with a good man, but because you're not ready to even receive that good man, as in, you shouldn't even have got him. Because you're still an idiot. You're telling me a man that looks after you in, day out, gentlemen. And I'm just talking about the proper men. I'm talking about the men that are providing. I don't give a fuck about these men that are speaking in the camera and asking you for money for their spliff. I'm talking about the men that are actually doing what men are supposed to do. If that man asks you for £300, you better give it to him. One, it's always best for a man to go to his woman because he can go to his friends. His friends will laugh at him. You will never laugh at him. 2, no one stays constantly up. Of course, we want to deal with men that have money all the time. Of course, and I'm not saying that there's a problem with that. But what there is a problem with is you thinking that you can never come to your man's aid when you need money, your man's there. When you need anything, your man's there. If you have that man that does everything in his power to help you when you are down, you better fucking help that man when he needs help. I don't want to hear no stupid shit about I want to give my man £300. Don't get me wrong. If it's too early, that's different. Maybe the boundaries are being crossed a bit too early, 6 months in. Me personally, I don't know how I feel about this. So I'm not going to come and lie to you people. But if I've been with this man for a very long time, boyfriend and girlfriend, like that's the man I want to marry, that's the man I want to have kids with. If that man needs £300, he better come to me. He best not even go anywhere else. So let's actually have sense, because I don't understand what I'm hearing. Because you can't expect somebody to do things for you all the time, and you're never there to help. Don't get me wrong, like if he's asking you for £300 all the time, that's when you're a bit side-eye. Why do you not? But if this man helps you in your times of need and he needs help once in a while, you better help him. Because what are you there for?
A man should never ask his woman to contribute financially in their relationship. Men who ask women for money are insecure in their masculinity. As soon as a man asks a woman to contribute, to split bills, to contribute to rent, to go 50-50, because they're partners, because they're a team, and it's only fair, this man will grow resentful of his woman. Why? Because he pushed her into his masculine energy. At the end of the day, when he comes home, she's not the feminine, beautiful, playful, charming, seductive, feminine energy woman that she once was, because the woman is pulling her weight and paying. She will become more demanding. She owns half of the place. She is splitting the bills. She is just as much of a partner pulling her weight as the man. So therefore, both are equals. Men and women are both equals. They share the same energy. He will have to ask her for things. He will have to check in with her when it comes to certain things around the household, furniture, bills, things they want to pay for around the house, things they want to do for groceries. Everything is now run by the woman. woman, because naturally women are very much focused on the household and family and everything already as it is. Now, if the woman is also paying and contributing for the household, for all the bills, for the rent and everything, she becomes naturally even more demanding and more in control. So all of a sudden what happens is the man will resent the woman, even though he was thinking he was being smart, saving money because she's a partner, he actually will grow resentful of her, because the woman now is in her masculine energy. She's running the entire household. She's stepping into her leadership role, into control and into charge, which results in the man feeling smaller, more insecure, very controlled and emasculated.
Now, this topic is highly debated. A lot of people are of the opinion that women should not spend their money on their men, while some people are like they like to spend their money on their men. So there is a side that is for it, there is a side that is seriously against it. Now, some women are of the opinion that if their guys are treating them, if their men are treating them well, they can also spend on their men. So it's more of a give and take situation. Now, some people are of the opinion that if you spend money on a guy with the intent of making him see you as a wife material and making him marry you, you might end up being shocked and you might end up being disappointed. Now, some people have the opinion that you should never give a guy that you just met or just newly started dating money for whatsoever reason. Now, personally, I am of the opinion that if a guy is spending a lot on you, you can also spend on him. Like, I don't have that mindset where I should just keep taking. In fact, I feel uncomfortable if I keep taking from somebody and I'm not reciprocating in any form or way. So I might not reciprocate on the same level as the person that is giving me, but at least I'm giving back. I personally don't like people who keep taking and don't give back in any form or any type of way. Now, you might not have money, but you might be doing things for the person, which is okay, because if you don't have the money to reciprocate the money that the person is spending on you, but you are doing things for the person without the person asking, you are offering services or doing things that the person like or helping the person make life easier, it's not a bad thing. But when you just start dating somebody and the person's already asking for money or you're already spending money, even a long time boyfriend, you have to like be sensible with some things. Now, like I said, if the person is spending like 100,000 on you and you find out that there's something the guy wants and it's not costing a lot, maybe 5,000, 10,000, $10,000 or 10 or whatever amount, as long as it's not equivalent to what he has spent on you, there's nothing bad in spending that money. Now, a lot of people were really angry at the lady who paid off her boyfriend's loan. Now, people are saying for a boyfriend that she's not supposed to pay his car loan, and she was saying that even with married people, the man might cheat, might do some things, and you might divorce. So what's the difference? Now, personally, I don't know about her situation, but if the guy is someone that has spent much more than what she paid for the car loan, I don't think that's a bad idea. Now, if you're paying a car loan of maybe $10,000 or $2,500 and the person has been like paying all your bills, doing everything, paying your house rent, paying everything, your electricity bills, your grocery, taking you to work, everything, I don't think it's bad to help him pay his car loan. But like I said, he has to be someone that has a generous spirit. Now, like I've said in a lot of my older videos, I don't believe in 50-50. So when we are dating, there's nothing like 50-50. But like I said, if he spends a lot on me, and definitely at one point I would do some things for him. But the splitting of the bills 50-50, splitting of dinner check 50-50 ain't for me, even when I'm married. Recently, I was shocked by a revelation of what some people call 50-50. Now, before I learned this information, I honestly thought that when people talk about 50-50 in marriages, is like the husband will pay some bills and the wife will pay some bills. I found out that some people are actually doing 50-50, like splitting each thing. You bring your own part of a particular bill, I bring my own part of a particular bill. I did not know that until I recently learned this information about a couple that I knew. Now, I was just talking about the fact that it is school season, that school has resumed, and people have been looking for the money for school fees of their children. So I was just talking about the fact that this particular person has been cranking, maybe because he's looking for money for the school fees of his children, only for me to hear that he pays for one of his child and his wife pays for one of his child. So the husband is paying for the school fees of one of his child because they have two children, and the wife is paying for the school fees of the other child. And my mind was blown. Like, if I can't say I was shocked, I was shocked, because shocked is not enough to express how I felt. I was so I don't even know what to say. I was speechless. I think that was it. I was speechless. I was standing for minutes. I was like, what? Now, for someone that is not in Nigeria, am I saying that, okay, that's not a problem? For what I know is that most times the husband pays for the school fees of the children. Now, everything in the house, they might divide or something, but that school fees of the children, it is the husband, which is a lot of men will say, I've provided for your school fees and this, I'm a good father, even though they are terrible people. But once they pay the school fees, they just feel like that makes them the best father in the world. But learning that each of them is paying for the school fees of one child, and I was like, what the heck? Now, this man is not someone that I would say he doesn't have the resources. He has, but I don't know what agreement he and his wife went into. I don't know what agreement the wife went to go into. Someone said that a lot of working wives, especially those that are successful, actually make that kind of mistake. That when they first get married, they say they will pay 50% of all the bills, 50% of the expenses. They say, no worry, I'll pay 50, I'll bring this money, I'll bring that. And it gets to a point where the man is expecting that everything in the house, that she's going to bring 50% of the money. And I feel like that's what happened to this couple. When she first got married, she probably said that, because I think she came from a wealthy family. Her parents are really like, they have money. And so I don't know if the man, when they first got married, had that money. So probably she said, okay, I will help out and everything, I'll pay 50-50. And when he has gotten to a point where he now has the money, he's still looking at the lens that her parents have money, she has money, she has a job, she's getting resources from everywhere. So why should she not pay 50% of everything? Now, before this information about the school fees, I found out that when they are going on vacation, when they are going abroad and the rest, each of them pays for their flight and one of the kids. So the wife will pay for her own flight. The wife will also pay for one of the child's flight. He will pay for his own flight and pay for one of the child's flight. And that thing did not make sense to me. But I was like, okay, the flight tickets are expensive, and she's sending out money. Maybe he cannot afford to take everything because they're really expensive, and it's not a necessity. They are traveling out for vacation. But the school fees thing, I'm not going to lie, that thing shocked me. I'm still not understanding the concept. But like I said, like maybe when they first started their marriage, that was what she did. Maybe out of just trying to help him, since he was not like financially buoyant or something. But I don't know why she has continued to this point. And I think she's also the one that kind of encourages his stinginess, because I personally feel that this person is very stingy. The man is very stingy. He has done some things that just made me go, oh, I don't know who is worse between you or my male parent. Because sometimes when he says some things, when he does some things, I'm like, wow, this is somebody's husband. This is somebody's father. But I don't know what agreement they have in their house, but it seems it's working for them because they've been married for quite a while. And I don't know, she doesn't have a problem with it. I'm the one that has a problem with it, but maybe I'm weird. But she apparently doesn't have a problem with this, and they are doing okay. My own opinion, I don't know. Sometimes what we see is not what is happening in the house. But the whole information, the whole situation was just shocking to me. I even found out that it gets to a point where if they are doing a repair in the house, he will refuse to give the artisan, the person that comes to do the repair, the full money unless she sends her own part of the money. And I'm like, to the extent that he will delay the artisan until she comes to give him the money. I don't understand that concept. Like, I really don't understand. You cannot pay for the repair and then maybe collect the money after. I don't know. Or you cannot pay for the repair and forget the other part from your wife. I think the whole thing is just making my head just go haywire because I don't understand the concept. Like I said, I don't do 50-50. I cannot do 50-50. So this whole concept is just strange to me, but maybe I'm weird. So I would like to hear your own thoughts about this whole situation. Do you think the couple I just talked about, their dynamics, the 50-50 dynamics is actually the way the 50-50 is supposed to work, or do you think it's strange? Do you think that women should give their men money, or do you think that women should not give their men money? Do you think there are some circumstances where women can give money to their men or spend money on their men? And do you think that there is no circumstances where a woman should spend money on a man? I would love to hear your own thoughts about this whole discussion, this whole discourse. So please leave your comment in the comment section so that we can get this discussion popping. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed and you like videos such as this, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by the side so that you're notified anytime I upload videos. Now, with all that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.